Hello, I'm Derek White with Dope Free Soldier. Every week I come here to my channel, posted up right here, to remind you that you are not your past, you're not your mistakes, you're not a failure. I'm here talking to the men and women who are incarcerated and the men and women who have been released back from prison. But again, there are some things that you gotta do. You gotta realize that you're gonna have some trials and tribulation the moment you walk out of that gate. But you also must tell yourself that you no longer believe in doubt, that you are a believer. You are a believer that it is possible. It is possible for you to have a good life. It's possible for you to get a job. It's possible for you to go back home and love those that love you. But again, you're gonna have those negative thoughts. It is said that you get 40,000 thoughts a day. So don't spend 39,999 beating yourself up for something that happened in the past. Hear me good. You can't change your past, but you can go forward. It is your duty to go forward. Like I said last week, let failure be your teacher, not your undertaker. But again, a lot of people want to reset their lives. A lot of people believe it's the location. A lot of people believe it's the clothes that they wear. A lot of people believe that they can change their hairstyle. A lot of people believe that they can change their speech. But nothing is going to change until you change your mindset. Because your mindset is the battleground. It's the battlefield for everything that you do. See, what got your attention? It has you. So if you get up in the morning and you're negative, well, your whole day is going to be negative. If you surround yourself with negative people, well, your life is going to be negative. You got to learn to do your own thinking. You got to understand that you have been forgiven, you have been restored, and you have been redeemed. You got to tell yourself that if I go out and do the same things, I'll get the same results. You got to understand that there are some people in your life that no longer fit your life, and you must run, you must run, you must run to your destiny. See, your past don't define you. You define you by what you do. But a lot of times we come out and we say a lot of things. But you got to remember that you wrote many letters home from prison and you made many promises. So the moment you walk out of Freedom Gate, realize. You got to tell yourself, I can't quit on me. It's amazing that I see people at age 30, people at age 40, people at age 50, they're already done quit on themselves. You got to believe in you. If you want your family to have trust in you, you got to trust yourself. If you want your family to love you, you got to love yourself. You will never love anyone until you love yourself. But again, you'll find yourself chasing out the people, places, and things that don't love you if you don't love yourself. Every day you got to tell yourself, I deserve better. You got to tell yourself, I'm not going back to yesterday because yesterday set me free for today. You got to believe, you got to tell yourself every day, it's not about getting bitter, it's about getting better. And I always tell you, if the moment you use anything, you lose. There ain't a drug on this earth worth you destroying the lives of your family. And there's not a drug on this earth worth you destroying your lives. Over 107,000 people have died of a drug overdose. Today in America, over 140 people will lose their lives to a drug overdose. Every 8 minutes in America, somebody dies of a drug overdose. And I'm in Arizona in Tucson, so today, 8 people will lose their lives to drugs. Drugs don't love you. That drug dealer, he lied to you. And that hustle and that gang could care less about you, but all three will take you away again. See, it's simple. Weight scales, guns, and bullet shells will return you back to a prison cell. So again, you got to think this thing through. Don't make a permanent decision on something that is temporary. Don't let your feelings have a vote in your life. Don't let your emotion run you, because your emotion will run you back to a word called recidivism. in and out of prison, in and out of jail. Your family deserves better. You deserve better. But again, what do you say? What are you going to answer to today? So you got to stand for something. You got to know who you are. You got to know who you're going to serve this day. You got to make sure every day that you are praying, protecting, and providing for those that have been entrusted to your care. But again, you got to program your mind. See, your mind will always speak negative to you, and you don't have to think what your mind is telling you. It's time to rise. It's time to become the person that you know you want to become. But again, you got to understand this. Your life is a reflection of the choices you make. And if you come back out here and you hang out with bad people like to go to bad places, and bad people like to do bad things, and before you know it, you have compromised yourself again. Hey, it's winning time. The things that you pray for are right within your reach. You prayed to get back out of prison. You prayed to be around your family. You signed the letter of condition for probation and parole. So now you must live up to those standards. You got to remember there is a word called integrity, doing what's right when nobody's looking. You got to constantly tell yourself, it's no to drugs and it's yes to me, because your life matters. You make a difference. And when you were absent, there was a void in the family. They miss you. But the question is, how serious are you? What are you willing to give up to never go back to prison? What are you willing to give up to never use drugs again? What are you willing to give up to be the very best version of you? All you're giving up is that negative life. You got to tell yourself that there are some dysfunctional people. There are some dysfunctional places and some dysfunctional things that can no longer fit my life. You got to keep running. And you don't quit just because people quit on you. Remember this. Remember this. Only thing that you can change is babies and change tires. You can't change anyone. So what am I telling you? You can't keep no one that don't want to be kept. I'm going to say that again. You can't change or keep anybody that don't want it. Sometimes you just got to move on. Sometimes you just got to live and grow. And sometimes you got to let some things go. I was reminded of this, that it's always going to be in my face until I deal with my problems with grace. You run your own pace. You do your own thinking, and remind yourself and tell yourself from time to time, there are some people that don't want to change. There are some people that's sick that want me to be sick. There are some people with criminal mindsets that want my mind to go that route. There are some people, all they want to do is have conflict in their lives. Well, those people can no longer be a part of my life. Hey, it's a brand new year. It's a brand new you, and it's a brand new day. I always say, you got to go forward. Stop cheating on your future by looking back at your past. You can't put a car in reverse on the interstate and say, I'm going to Phoenix. No, you won't even get to Marana before you got police contact. So stop living your life in reverse. Forgive and live. But again, it's not what I say. See, what I say to you today don't carry no weight. What carry weight is what you say and what you answer to at this current moment. Let go of negative. Let go of doubt. Let go of fear. Let go of shame, and never blame. Because when I make excuses sound good to those who make it, but excuses never took you nowhere. Again, think this thing through. Tell yourself what you want to do. Become a visionary. Tell yourself, I'm tired of aiming low and hitting, and I want to aim high sometime and miss, but at least I'm aiming high. Start thinking big, and never set yourself on fire to keep somebody warm. And what I'm saying is, never make yourself small to make people feel better. You deserve a great life. But until you tell yourself you deserve a great life, you'll constantly find yourself in reverse. You'll constantly find your life in reverse. And I always say what you constantly rehearse will always put your life back in reverse. It's always no to drugs. It's yes to life. Tell yourself, I no longer cheat, I no longer manipulate, I no longer fool anyone, because I'm not really fooling anyone, I'm only fooling myself. Stop playing you. Stop playing with life, because life will play back at you. Life will pay you whatever you ask of life. See, life doesn't give us what we want. Life gives us who we are and what we deserve. Bring something to life every day. Get up in the morning full of passion. Tell yourself it's a great day to be alive. Ask God to bless you so that you can bless others. And just live. Just live. Don't quit and don't ever give up. I'm Derek White. I'm with Dope Free Soldier. Deuces!